Hi, everybody. I just taught a class on Zoom and the recording didn't really work. So the kind of peak pose that we did, so it was a hip-based class, and the main pose that we did was lizard. So I'll just go over how to do lizard pose in case you're not familiar. So you can come into lizard from a variety of places. I usually tend to come into it from down dog is usually the easiest way. It's just a play off of a lunge. So from down dog, I'll just do it on one side. We'll do it with the right leg. So from down dog, if you lift the right leg up, you would step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. And if you can't make it all the way up there, it's no big deal. We're going to end up dropping that left knee down anyway. So eventually, though, you want to kind of inch that foot up so that it's on the outside of the mat, outside of the right hand. We do want to make sure that the right knee is stacked on top of the right heel here initially. And that's just so that that foot's not way back and we're putting a ton of pressure on that knee joint. I see that a lot. And then from there, you'll walk the foot out towards the edge of the mat, just as far as the hips will allow, without this back leg kind of going wonky. So sometimes what will happen is we go so far that the hips will begin to turn and that foot moves its way towards the outside of the mat. We want to keep that foot going straight back, the hips both pointed straight forward, so that foot's just going outward as far as it can with all of that still working. Toes point out, heel points in. That way now we can let that knee tip out a little bit. More pressure on the pinky toe edge of the foot than on the big toe. And then from here we can stay lifted up onto the fingertips. Maybe the hands walk outward just a little bit. We can come down to the elbows if that feels okay. If you've got a block or a set of blocks, taking blocks underneath the elbows will bring you to kind of a midway point. We want to keep sinking down through the back leg too. So a lot of times I'll see the hips way up here in people's upper body. You're still going to get nicely into that front thigh, and there's nothing wrong with that. So sometimes just our mechanics, that's where we need to go, and that's okay. We want, though, to get that lengthening through the back leg, though, too, if we can. So in that case, we'll keep sinking that side down towards the ground. There's a ton of other plays off of this posture. You can keep the back knee lifted. You can play with balance by taking the hands off of the ground, one or both. You can take a twist. So whatever leg is forward, that hand would move up towards the ceiling. You can lift the back leg and reach back and lengthen out through that quad and hip flexors on that side. So you can kind of take it into a variety of places from here. But as far as lizard goes, we want chest facing forward, so shoulders, hips, both squared off. We don't want to be twisting or turning. And then we just lower down as far as we can go comfortably with openness through the chest. So we don't want to hunch forward. We want to keep that length in the spine, open heart, and keep both hips sinking towards the ground. So that's it for lizard. Try it on both sides. Otherwise, you'll feel very lopsided like I do right now.